My name is Sean Connery Jr., and as a starving artist, I welcome you back to Vagan's Venue for a once-in-a-lifetime presentation of Secrets of Dr. No. Okay, folks, we're all familiar with this iconic Dr. No poster, the first movie in the wildly popular James Bond series starring my father, Sean Sr. But I bet not one of you has ever seen this poster, which actually came before it, this proposed poster for Bing Bond 707, starring Bing Crosby and Ursula Andress. A very young Ursula was actually cast for the movie before my father, Sean. Ursula had a schoolgirl crush on Bing Crosby and was determined to have him play James Bond, even though she knew his Catholic upbringing might make him hesitate. So she hired an artist to paint a poster with Bing as Bond, hoping it would convince puritanical Bing of his true macho calling on the silver screen. While the artist was painting the poster, Bing had no idea that anything other than a friendly Valentine portrait was being rendered on the canvas. But when he eventually got a glimpse of the Bing Bond poster you see here, a very profound conversation ensued between Bing and Ursula. Fortunately for us, the artist eavesdropped and recorded the conversation, word for word, in his sketchbook. And I have taken the liberty of recreating the 1961 conversation, both visually and verbally, using the artist's secret notes and my own whiny voice to try and animate the scene as it was so many years ago. So, Bondophiles and Ursulites, away we go. First, Bing says to Ursula,
"You tricked me, young lady. I'll absolutely have no part in an escapist action tale of violence, sex, and contrived danger. Not to mention misogyny."
Ursula reflexed.
Escapist? Contrived danger? What are you talking about, Mr. Crosby? Is it that you think action-adventure movies like this immoral or sacrilegious?
Bing calmly responds,
"No, dear heart. Moral or immoral, religious or sacrilegious, right or wrong, evil or good. These things have nothing to do with my decision. But natural experience or unnatural excitement has everything to do with it."
Ursula says,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bing explains,
What the audience experiences while watching a movie like this is something more exciting and apparently challenging than anything they will ever experience in their everyday real life. Therefore, the subconscious mind is tricked into becoming satisfied with its real life, but demands a regular fix of surrogate excitement, and continues to return to the movies, television, sporting events, or similar passive surrogate activities, and consume beer, liquor, tobacco, and Big Macs in between such events.
Ursula replies,
You've got my little old brain all confused, Uncle Bing.
Bing tries to explain,
Natural man, in other words, humans from our hunter-gatherer days, before agriculture and civilization were imposed on us, found excitement and entertainment and danger in their real, everyday life. And that is what the human brain was designed for. And the human brain hasn't changed in the 50,000 years since, but the world we live in has. So we need artificial adventure and challenge in the form of entertainment to make us happy in the secure but dull assembly line lives most of us live, whether we want to admit it or not.
Ursula says,
If what you say is true, then we definitely do need this sort of entertainment to make us happy.
Bing answers,
That's correct, young lady. We need it and wantonly consume it, just as we would a chemical drug like cocaine, heroin, antidepressants, or tranquilizers. Many have called TV the plug-in drug, I call action-adventure movies the big screen drug.
Ursula claims.
Whether entertainment is a drug or not, without it, we would be unhappy.
Bing answers easily.
Yes, but just maybe, without a make-believe world, we would be more motivated to try to change the real so-called civilized world we live in into a more natural and challenging world, a good world, a world our brains were meant to live in.
Ursula observes.
I can sort of see what you're saying. I've noticed that when the electricity goes out, and with it the radio and television, everybody in the neighborhood goes outside to socialize with each other. At any rate, what you're trying to say is that you refuse to play James Bond, that Bing's not gonna go bang bang.
Bing says with a smile.
That's right, no bang bang for Bing. At least not up there on the silver screen, dear love.
As a footnote following this conversation you have just witnessed, legend has it that Bing Crosby vowed to never again be a part of big-time entertainment, musical or otherwise, and promised himself to never again appear before an audience of more than 30 people, as he felt the state of natural man was to live, struggle, and frolic in a tribe of 30 or so.
Beat your swords into plowshares, and turn your firearms into carrots. So be it written, so be it done. So saith the Lord Vagan.
A free public service message from your local starving artist.